Welcome to Agenda Edina, a news program summarizing the actions taken in these chambers that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Neighbors meeting neighbors and their local law officials. No, this wasn't a party gone out of control. It was the theme of Night to Unite, a crime prevention themed outing that took place throughout Edina neighborhoods in August. Edina 16's Brian Smith has the story.
As people wheel their grills down the street, you can hear children laughing, people talking, and neighborhoods uniting.
The Night to Unite is neighborhood awareness.
I think it's a great opportunity for neighbors to get to know each other.
Just by knowing who lives around them, they made their neighborhood a safer place to live.
So trying really hard to compile our list of all our neighbors so we know who everybody is, who's in their household, in the event that something not so wonderful happens in our neighborhood, and we have a quick way to contact everyone.
Neighbors also had a chance to meet with local law officials, to ask questions, and to find out more what's happening in their neighborhoods.
What are on the residents' minds? What are their concerns? And then for us, it's a bit that we can share the information that we have, what's going on in the city from a public safety perspective, because we do have to work together. We depend on them and they depend on us.
To meet people, and I'm hoping that they know I have this child, and if they ever see anything suspicious, I'm hoping that they do the same for me one day.
Your neighbors are one of your best crime prevention tools. If you're gone, they know what's going on, they know who belongs there, who doesn't belong there, so watch out for each other. That's probably the most important message for the night.
We're just glad to live in a community like Edina where people come out and they're happy to support each other, and this is why we live here, because this is what's important to us.
This is Brian Smith reporting for Edina 16.
It's great to see neighbors coming together to learn ways to help keep crime rates low in their neighborhoods. Another Edina neighborhood is coming together to remember a teenager who died tragically this summer while on a hiking trip. 14-year-old Timmy Nunn died July 24th after collapsing while on a trek with his Boy Scout troop in New Mexico. Friends and family are working to raise more than $7,500 to redevelop the baseball field at York Park, the park closest to the Nunn residence, in memory of the boy who was an avid baseball player. The project would include infield regrading, a new backstop fence, bases, and player benches. A permanent plaque bearing Timmy's name would also be installed at the field.
And baseball is a huge part of their life. So I think that getting this baseball field would be just a great way to remember Timmy.
Donations can be made to the Edina Community Foundation. If the money is raised this fall, the Park and Recreation Department hopes to be able to finish the project by year's end. Another Edina park could also be in line for redevelopment. The Edina Park Board is considering a proposal to improve Panela Park, located in northeast Edina at 5900 Park Place. The proposal, which addresses the expressed needs of the neighborhood and community at large, includes expansion and improvements to the park shelter and parking lot, a new grass field, and trail improvements. The 62-acre park currently features playground equipment, benches, and grassy areas for picnics and relaxing. It also offers 2 soccer fields, 3 baseball fields, a batting cage, 2 tennis courts, and an ice rink in the winter. It's also the home of an admired water quality improvement project wetland. In August, the Park Board voted unanimously to recommend to the City Council a long-range master plan for the park. Due to a struggling economy, most projects will likely be placed on hold until funding becomes available. The City Council is scheduled to discuss the Pamela Park master plan later this month.
It doesn't necessarily say we're going to be making these improvements in the really near future, but if you don't have a plan, I mean, any road will get you there kind of thing. So it's important to at least know the direction we're going and do that with, a very transparent, open public process.
The ongoing climate change debate always spawns a number of questions, but at a recent Energy and Environment Commission-sponsored event, 2 climate activists shared their experiences and perspectives on climate solutions. Edina 16's Eric Schafroth has more.
Going green. These days, it's on everyone's mind. But do we know why it's so important to be responsible about our energy consumption? Edina's Energy and Environment Commission are hoping through a recent dialogue program called Our Energy Future, we may all get a better idea.
It's very exciting to see Edina really stepping up and dealing with issues that have to do with climate change.
We have a great event here tonight called Our Clean Energy Future. We are proud to partner with the Edina Community Foundation and several other sponsors to make this event happen here at the Edina High School.
Supporters and those interested in the debate filled the Fick Auditorium, eager to hear from two of the biggest voices speaking out about global warming.
Both Bill McKibben and Will Seeger are two of the nation's most eminent climate activists in this country.
And that we were no longer wise to think of global warming as some kind of future threat, that we now had to understand it as a very present crisis.
There isn't much of a debate about global warming in this generation, and it's pretty much a galvanized voice.
The duo spoke out on the importance of taking responsibility for our own actions and not leaving them for future generations to deal with.
Being humans, we hoped that it would always be a little further in the future, that we could put it off a little while longer, that it would be somebody else's responsibility to take care of it.
Climate is the most important issue that we're facing right now in this country. We only have one sky, we only have one climate, and if we do incredible damage to it, we're just going to be facing that for decades and hundreds of years to come.
Activists are hoping events like Our Energy Future will make the future a little brighter for us all.
We're here to make a measurable impact tonight, and hopefully in the near future with the climate legislation moving through the U.S. Congress.
It's usually a cliche here, you're going to rely on the youth, but this is really your battle here, and we're really committed to helping you organize to this.
From Edina High School, this is Eric Shafroth, Edina 16.
The City of Edina has decided not to appeal the district court's decision in a property dispute with developer JMS Custom Homes. In December 2008, the city issued a building permit for the construction of a new home at 6120 Brookview Avenue. In early January, the city received a complaint that the home was being built closer to the street than allowed by city code. The city contacted JMS Custom Homes survey company Landform, who subsequently found an error in their calculations. The city then posted a stop work order on the property. The developer requested a variance from the city that would allow their home to be a little more than 7 feet closer to the street than allowed by code. The city denied the request, and JMS Custom Homes filed suit. Though the council disagrees with the court's decision, they concluded that an appeal, if successful, would not result in the home being relocated to an area that is materially better than its present location. The council says this decision does not prejudice the city's close scrutiny of any subdivision or variance proposal or other improvements to the property that may be pursued in the future by the property owner. Braier Arena officials are hoping to score a hat trick by renovating the facility's oldest of 3 sheets of ice. Braier West's arena is nearly 50 years old, and officials say its refrigeration system has reached the end of its life expectancy. They're hoping to have the ice refurbished before a breakdown, which would result in the loss of revenues and customers, especially if it occurred during the winter season. The $1.2 million renovation is included in the city's capital improvement program for 2010 through 2014. The capital improvement program is a 1-year capital budget and 5-year plan. Nearly $18.7 million in capital purchases are proposed for 2010. Other capital improvement projects include a new amenity at the Edina Aquatic Center, remodeling of Edina Liquor's 50th and France store, pathway renovations at Panela Park, a new water treatment plant, and street reconstruction. The City Council is expected to act on the proposed capital improvement program later this fall. It sounds like the community has some nice projects to look forward to. Thanks for watching this month's episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.